Welcome everyone to another episode of Mario Kart Tour. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's episode, we'll be unwrapping the Vacation Tour. And along with that, a new Nitro course coming to Mario Kart Tour in Squeaky Clean Sunday. Already available in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. We're going to see how it gets the Mario Kart Tour treatment with the different variants. Expecting to have multiple variants of that in this Ranked Cup. And along with that, all the analysis, strategy, and the different slices of just how you can incorporate Mario Kart Tour into your life. If that sounds good with all of you, please share your support with the channel by leaving a like on this video and subscribing. Thank you so much for the support. Let's get into this download now. We're going to say goodbye to the Sailors with Daisy Cruiser. And along with that, we welcome in our vacationing friends here. Look at that, Rosalina and Daisy swimwear. Mario swimwear is also in the background there. So wow, look at that. It's going to be racing on the carpet, it appears. Okay. Dixie Kong in Summer Challenges 2. Wait, that's going to take her to level 8. Oh my goodness, this is so good. So we don't even need her in the daily selects. Interesting. All right, so we're going to see what it's going to take to clear out this challenge here. Very relevant for my account. And land 10 banana hits, fireballs, red shells, bob-bombs, cause your opponents to crash. Right? All the mayhem you would expect in Mario Kart Tour. Use a bullet bill 3 times. If you have trouble with that, use a bullet bill plus glider for your skill, and that will be a lot easier. And cause opponents to crash. Is that like a little boomerang icon, a little hint to DK Gladiator there? Oh, but so good. Can we click on her? It doesn't show the level progress, but I'm pretty sure we're 1 away on that. And the other tour challenges, all standard stuff, daily selects we can see, so we'll check that out momentarily. All right. First, let's get the news from Lakitu, and I'll provide a synopsis of what occurred in the Sunshine Tour. All right, well, I ended up not playing in week 2. This was a sandbag. So we took, 15th place. That means there were 2 players in my group. Wow, I've never received rewards on a sandbag before. 2 inactive players. Must have finished below the bots even. So let's check out and see what actually occurred there. I don't know if that will affect my outcome whatsoever. I would think only to the smallest extent, because the reward thresholds do factor somewhat when it comes into this. The ranked algorithm is an imperfect science. We can only make inferences based on a widespread holistic study of what goes into this. And my personal approach is very effective at uncovering the tiny little minutia that exists within that, because I'm one of a minimalist. I don't invest very much into my account. And a lot of times when folks out there are monitoring their ranked results, well, it's not taking into account all the resources that are being spent to maintain or increase position within the tiers. But you know, we don't play, at least my personal approach is not on the wheel, although I provide suggestion and resource optimization so that you can go all the way up to tier 99, right? We have a lot of free-to-play excitement to go into, but we'll save that for the shout-outs later on. Anyway, this was the group. Finished relatively similar to my week 1, where the tracks had lower scoring potential, but I personally had better loadouts. So your loadouts also factor. It's not just ranked performance that factors. So if you have really high leveled inventory, then it's going to increase the types of opponents within the range of what's supported for your tier, right? I'm tier 54 at this particular moment in time. We'll be going down to tier 53, but there you go. Oh, interesting. One of the players played 1 track with Wiggler. Would you look at that? Anyway, can we get access to the week 1? Otherwise, I'll have to do it all from memory if I can't pull up the exact scores here. On the friend list, yeah, we cannot filter by the cup. So what we'll have to do is I will just say that DK Gladiator is still level 3. Remember how I thought, okay, passing of the torch, it's DK Gladiator's time to shine, right? And it really was. He got the Lakeside Park buff. I gave him a single cap, and while I was doing the daily experience for its base points, I ended up getting a Boombox Frenzy plus Coin Frenzy. I did not even have the lines down. it was just a total shock moment. 163 actions. So for that combination, we could have gone over 170 had I had the lines perfected, but it's pretty adequate actually, considering I had the middle shelf glider. I did drop combo once or twice there, but sensational run. There was nothing more I could do, and then the pressure was on to realize the points on the other tracks, because it's like, okay, I'm not going to be able to reproduce that run so easily. I had the blue Koopa free running. Didn't make any investment there. Where I did make the investment is I dropped a couple super tickets for Daisy, took her to level 5. That brought us up to first place. So we had back-to-back first places. And DK Gladiator's been, he's been holding out on us, but so far so good on promoting the account so far. All right, and yeah, let's just go right into this. Since there's no new driver, we're not going to spoil a special skill or anything. Oh, high-end tickets in the token shop. This is quite the celebration. Just keeps going, right? So good. It's all the tickets that you don't find in the daily selects. Don't worry, folks. We're going to be talking about the gameplay loop that is Mario Kart Tour, and some definitely areas of improvement. But this is the FOMO for this tour, right? We have the green Birdo, and this one somehow looks really good. That palette, and look at that. Wow, the question block me makes its return in week 2. So I already have the question block me, and I'm not going to be fighting for either one of these rewards. We'll just do it based on where DK Gladiator's at, or one of the other Kongs, and if somehow there's more than one in play, we'll, you know, make our best determination possible there. And in your specific situation, you know, you want to adapt the approach in the lessons if you do like the way that I approach things on the channel here, where, you know, we have a competitive mindset, but we have a casual gameplay approach. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds, and I do hope that you feel welcomed with this approach, because it's really one that could and should be shared to the larger community, and I do feel like it would really help expand the joy that people feel in this game, and maybe even include more people and who would find this game appealing, because there's a lot to enjoy here, no question about it. All right, let's see. So yes, this is the announcement for the booster course pass Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? And with how many courses have come to Mario Kart Tour, they're not all going to fit in that booster course pass, are they? So there's a lot of theories out in the air that what could happen with that. Anyway, we have the purple Rattle Buddy. This is the commemorative, and you can tell what is the commemorative if you're into the data mining and whatnot. When you see the 2 spotlight drivers in showing off that particular item, that is what would be the commemorative in that case. So at least according to the status quo, right? That could always change, but that has been fairly consistent. Starts off with 11 courses of value, and we can reference that back to similarly debuting items with these Nitro courses. We see the Paris Promenade, we see the Athens Dash, Bangkok Rush even is in play here, as well as the Squeaky Clean Sprint. So it's loaded with Nitro value, but this is going to be for the ACR, right? For someone with very limited resources, because it's small hitbox, right? So if we're talking about coin box and optimal action count potential, you're not going to find that here. But just because it picks up a few short actions of the larger cards, you're getting widespread exposure in its initial tour, right? So if you have fewer ticket resources to go in on, this is a type of an item is going to power your account enormously in its initial tour, just by virtue of it having those 11 courses. But of course, it's all based on how you've had your inventory tailored up until this point. So always make use of your tools that are out there, such as the ticket optimizer and the various spreadsheets for maintaining your inventory. Here we have the Dolphin Drifter. Here reminds me of the Mii racing suit that debuted last summer, right? Similar kind of design. That one was given for free too, if I recall, the Dash Ring one, right? So this has 10 courses of value. Mushroom Bridge is in play this tour as well. I don't think I've played that one yet in tour anyway. So slightly less value on the initial, but definitely a slightly larger hitbox. Probably nothing expected to be enormous in that regard. And then we have another one of these great sales. Would you look at that? Green Shell Plus, and this one also starts off with 10 tracks. Green Shell Plus gliders way back in the day had a good track record, but the precedent, I'm sure, with that has not been upheld for everything. And glider skill doesn't have the same kind of attention as it did. It does factor into the single item rate, the frenzied distribution table that you can receive to a small extent. But really, when you look at gliders, it's all about the course coverage and what it offers there. Green Shell Plus is a nuisance if you're going for coin frenzies, coin box frenzies. It's maybe a little bit better if you're going for like Lucky 7 or Boomerang, since those are not as likely in the middle to back of the pack there. All right, and then we also have this Monday Me Racing Suit. Look at this, the Heart Plus skill for all the multiplayer enthusiasts. But who are we kidding, folks? You're not using the middleweight heart skill in that. You're doing it for the me tax, right? Push it past 2200 if you can. All right. Enough with that. Let's check out the loadouts here. Squeaky Clean Sprint. Well, look at that Wiggler. Original character, folks. I know the track record on the ranked rewards might be lower, but remember what we said here. Original character, I don't feel that it's going to be receiving the same level of disrespect, perhaps, as some other ranked rewards have in the past, just by virtue of the meaning of this character to Mario Kart overall as a franchise, right? Off to a good start here. That's relative, of course, to the kind of player that you are. But if you wanted Wiggler to be a pillar, a foundational piece on your account, then very, very good. Otherwise, you have Boomerang with Astra Toad there. You have Coinbox with Rosalina Swimwear, as well as Lucky 7 with the Shy Guy keeps getting the rewards. Now, Patty did some analysis and found that as of the current base points with the Me Racing suits, your Coinbox and Boomerang drivers with complete level 8 quad-capped inventory would confer more bonus points with that of your Coinbox drivers and Boomerang drivers, like that of DK Gladiator, Astro Toad, Swimwear Rosalina, than that of the non-plus skill Mies, by virtue of the difference in the action count that you're generating with those plus skills, and then the full realization of the bonus points boost coming from your kart and glider. And that difference isn't seen so much in Giant Banana and Lucky 7. So here we see the Wiggler, right? That's Giant Banana, and we see the light blue Shy Guy Explorer is Lucky 7. The tendency in where the niche exists for these items. We also have Toad Tourist, right, with the Giant Banana, seeing an enormous amount of ranked appearances. So that's kind of become the new free-to-play option with non-plus skills. If you remember from back in the day, it was like DK Jr., Cat Toad, Rosalina, Fire Rosalina, Pauline Rose with the Fire Flower, Triple Bananas before they were what they are today, and whatnot, like the Cat Bell, the Super Bell special there with Cat Toad. Those were the items that were really carrying on these hard-to-cover courses. But now, with the change in how the course rotation operates, as well as the way that these new items are brought in, all with plus special skills nowadays, it's really the lower end of the plus skills, the Giant Bananas and the Lucky 7s, that have seen the greatest favor overall. That is not, on an individual case-by-case basis, but it's something to keep in mind if you are a free-to-play player. Patty went through the numbers, and that's very, very sound advice to follow. So with this one, we would end up going with the Wiggler because greater action count potential there. And I'm level 1, so there's no bonus points boost, no real effective gain by using a me here. We have the Strawberry Swerve there, so that's a card that I quite enjoy racing with, as well as the Origami White Wave. So would you look at that? So we are covered with glider, all top shelf level 1 coverage. But before we do the race, let's check out the loadouts on all the tracks and see what we're dealing with here. Well, it's the Rosalina Cup, and we have the Super Rosalina in play. So there's your Toad Tourist right there, right? Getting the love. Also, quite a few coin boxers on this track, but legacy coin boxers for the most part. We're going to go with the Rosalina here. We have the Wildfire Flyer, if I'm correct on that. And then look at this. This is the Royal Raceway glider, right, with the Dixie Kong. Oh, this is a really strong loadout. So we could do some work after a sandbag on that. And then the Athens-2 RT, what's going to show up here? Oh, the DK Jr. So this is perfect with the Rosalina loadout. Oh, we're gonna go in with our guy DK here. I think that's gonna be the starting point, and then we'll do the Squeaky clean sprint after that, right? Let's see what else he picked up though. Let's see what our guy DK is up to nowadays. Paris Promenade T, which would not imagine is ranked. Paris Promenade 2T as well. That one, not as keen on the nitro coverage, but that might be a Funky overlap. I know Funky has one of the Paris Promenade, but it might be 2R. So we'll have to go through and reference that. We have the Athens-2 RT, so it's nice getting a good realization on the bonus points boost with the trick track. And we also have this Bowser's Castle 4, interesting. So it does pick up one retro course, and that's non-overlapping to the Kongs because this is a 2023 course. So this looks like a pretty fair set of buffs for DK Gladiator. I don't imagine that there are very many retro courses that it was able to see in this tour. So it is overlapped with the Pauline Cowgirl. So if you're invested in both, kind of unfortunate in that situation. And we'll see what Pauline picked up here as well. Pauline's one that I'm not going to be. It looks like, wow, nearly identical buffs actually. Bowser Castle 4 even too. Athens-RT, DK had the normal variant there. So it just, I mean, nearly completely overlapped in that situation. Otherwise, you're dealing with Non-Plus Miis as well as Pucci and King Mario over there. All right. Oh, they finally put him with the card. I guess they figured if he's going to be rolling into Athens, he better invade with his Chain Chomp Chariot to get the job done proper, right? Boy, and then the Flappy Wings. Okay, so that's they still do the Divergence there, and then the Lava Rocks. Already had that since it would have already seen that. But we will go in not with the Flappy Wings because on the middle shelf, your combo time does factor. Okay, so that is plus 15% to combo right there. You don't get the bonus points boost in the middle shelf. And you'll see here, this should be 10% to combo, yes, for level 1 high-end glider. And there's 70 base points of difference, which you can mitigate through the points cap tickets. So actually, you know what, maybe, here's what we'll do. As an experiment, since this is the first impression reaction, let's go with the Flappy Wings. Let's see how good I can keep the combo, because 70 base points, look, if I'm going to be dropping combo in the same spot either way, might as well pick up on those 70 base points. What do you all say? Sound good? Oh, this is so appropriate. What a beautiful course. Let's go, full set. Yeah, we do pick up the boomerang, but we lost it already. That's okay. I don't think there was anybody with a coin box waiting to set us up with a really nifty first run here. Wow, look at this. Quite interesting. Maybe one of y'all out there can tell me, was this in ranked the first time? Or if not, this is quite neat. Wow, I love the half pipe, and then you get a complete overview of the city. Oh. Then you glide with an extra jump boost. So quite a lot of just passive actions here, just going through the course. We have a combo already of 30 going on here. We've been hit a few times, so we definitely would have kept combo. I think we can maybe stick with the Flappy Wings in this case. Shouldn't be an issue with keeping combo with that 10% in the middle shelf. Definitely, once we figure out our lines completely, because you can hit this dash panel, and when you're falling from a great elevation like that, it always extends the combo to an unknown amount. I think it probably is variable based on the height from which you are falling from. And that's also the case glider sections, as well as going into underwater parts as well. Alright, well, we'll sneak into second place, and that is where DK, he doesn't want to blow them away with the first race. He's lulling them to sleep, and then he'll do the job. Alright, but a 14K start, that is very good for only second place. We can do some work with DK, and we'll see how the group pans out, but I think, you know, we might be continuing the RPG adventure. Look, you know, the way that I get the most enjoyment out of this is maybe foreshadowing a future Mario Kart game, perhaps the next gen console Mario Kart game that there is, incorporating these story-like RPG elements. I view these characters like we're on a journey together, right? And I want to make that progress feel earned and deserved. We have the strong leading lady up there, Rosalina, right? So, you know, she might buy DK another ranked week, right, at level 3. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. Alrighty. So we have a 51K already. Check out to see what their loadouts are. Pretty middle of the road. Similar to what the strength of my account is overall, I would say. Tier 53, 34K, which is maybe slightly above average for the type of player that I normally see, but not by much. It's usually like around 30 to 32K after a sandbag, so that's nothing too sensational. There we see a lot of the princesses, so perhaps we'll see the Rosalina is only level 5 though, right? And I mean the same level as their Diddy Kong even, which is fascinating. And we'll just see. Wow, look, they already have the level 5 Dixie Kong, so maybe they'll get to level 6 with the Summer Celebration 2 challenges. Alright, well, let's do full runs here. Squeaky, clean, sprint. And this is second summertime Nitro course debuting. Sky High Sunday was a joy last. It was definitely one of my favorites, actually. Look at the detail on all this, my goodness. Wow. Okay, how do you get those coins? And a jump boost baked into the rug? Okay. See, this is the Mario Kart Tour treatment. I know you played it before in Mario Kart 8, but look, you know, there's joy to be had in both games. That's what we're all about here, right? We want folks to enjoy whatever you're playing, and maybe even playing both. Look at that. Somebody lost a ring down there, and there's an item box. I don't know what benefit that confers by going over to there. Oh, but look at this. There's all kinds of paths and half pipes. Give you extra action counts. Oh, we could have gotten a jump boost there. Uh-oh. Somebody, do we have can we call the plumber? Where's Mario at, right? King Mario, he's in Paris right now. When it shifts over, he'll give you a ring back. Oh wow, look at this. That's neat. So this is where we get those green tokens, right back on the course. Much friendlier to pick them up that way, that's for sure. Big hitbox helps too. Alright. So here we go, the bathtub drain. Looks like some kind of a clip there. Oh wow. I guess if you have a shroom, then it's, ooh, hello. Giant banana frenzy, let's go. Let's see, we'll take the half pipe. We'll get a little greedy since we have the good frenzy working on there. Hopefully that water's clean. And there we have it. First run, 16K. Wow. There's a lot going on there, and I mean, it really feels very friendly for keeping combo for a normal track, so it'll be fascinating to see what some of the other variants look like in this situation. All right, let's go on to the next course. We'll do the full ranked cup, right, and then work our way into first place there, huh? This should do it, as long as we get a reasonable score. We're at 30K, just about, maybe 31K after that run, so. We only need 21, and we have a level 6 driver and a level 7 glider here. Oh, the whole vibe of Paris is just so becoming for a vacation, is it not? Definitely picked the right set of courses. Oh, okay. Well, pick up the shroom along with the dash panel there. Or, dash ring, I should say. Missing out on the coins, but maybe we'll get a frenzy right here being in 6th place. Oh, that's actually a pretty nasty roll. And not a friendly bounce off the wall either there. Alright, we can put some work in if we're going to get into 1st place here, right? Oof. Oh, we picked up an extra coin. Always got to look at the bright side, right? Oh my goodness. The bots are tough in this particular race. Alright, snipe. We'll avoid that if we can. Get a little frenzy. Oh boy, this will be a photo finish. I don't think we can get in more than 3rd place. Not even. At a lucky 7. So we will finish just shy of 1st place, but that's alright. If you want to see the complete set of ranked runs, be sure to join the Discord server where we have daily play streams, including that for this Ranked Cup. Something to look forward to there. Alright. And now let's take a look at what the ranked is for week 2. I would imagine it's this Daisy Cup because we see Squeaky Clean Sprint R, which means there's only one variant in ranked. Quite under-repped, I would say, for a Nitro course. It's interesting that Sky High Sunday hasn't been back since its initial debut 1 year ago. Perhaps in the next tour it might see some action. But let's see what this Bangkok Rush is. We have the Coin Block Me Racing Suit, which will be the ranked reward for this week, so it's going to be no help to you there if you don't already have it. We do see coin box options, many coin box options, at least 4 coin box options on a quick scroll there. So level 1, level 1, level 1 with the autumn leaves there. All right. Level 2, rather, for the coin block. That's right, we took care of both weeks of ranked. And then Peach Circuit RT, we don't have a driver here, so we know which week we're going to be playing and which week we're not, right? Do have the Mario there in the middle shelf. DK maximum, yeah. So totally, this one's a total wash, and that's cool. Because we want to put our effort into the loadouts, the things that bring us the most joy, right? And in your particular situation, it could be totally reversed. And then here we do have Daisy, as well as look at that little Koopa, a turtle dude gets the buff. I'm so happy to see you get that. Oh, that is awesome. Wow, and it's not even a cup boost. That is a legit buff. That's a legit buff. The turtle dude, one of the best members in the community. From a personality standpoint and also the data and the tools that he provides the community as well, right? So here we go. We're going to give a vote of confidence to the Koopa Troopa there. And look at all these super options. Very friendly here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these options you are likely to have at a very high level. Even a normal, right? This is kind of like the Piranha Plant Pipeline track where the Bullseye Banzai was in play, right? You have this Koopa Dasher there. So you could really go to town. We have access to this Cloud Cart and then another Super Glider. So go figure. And as well as the Great Sail, which is appropriate. So you know what? Let's race this track. But I think what we will do is we'll give the vote of confidence to the GK Gladiator, right? And we're going to stick all on the bottom shelf. So what we'll do is we'll find the standard pipe frame. There it is. As well as the standard glider on the bottom shelf. Yep, we're going to do a run on 50cc. Just see what the reverse variant looks like because this is brand new to Mario Kart Tour. All right. He invaded Athens, now he's invading the bathroom. But since we're on 50cc, maybe he needs a higher fiber diet, right? So, some of you out there might get the reference on that one. Well, that's interesting. Well, actually, I missed out on that. I'm not sure what I was supposed to do there. Oh wow, you go back in through this like drain pipe? Yeah, I mean, this is the cool stuff with Mario Kart Tour, right? It's just like totally different layout. And it's not like mirror mode, how, you know, it's just all the same actions, you know, in, you know, the opposite configuration. No, it's like, you know, they have to change the track around to support this. Like now it's the bottom drain that is sending us upwards. Is this still the toilet that is overflowing? No, this is the sink that's doing that. So, I mean, they were really fascinating the way how they changed the assets around there. A little bit of a shortcut, it looks like there. That's neat. Okay. Definitely some multiplayer fun that you can have there. Love to see it. In this case, it looks like Mario gave him a call, phoned in after Paris, and I guess he sent Luigi to take care of that, right? Luigi Golden Knight. I don't think we saw him in ranked mode, so he was available. He was available to come over and fix the toilet, so we're so grateful about that, aren't we? Let's see if we can pick up 2 of those. Nope. Tiny hitbox. That's why a lot of people like this cart in multiplayer. All right. So we should be coming in just at about 10K, I'd imagine, with all of these friendly jump boosts. Look at that elevation change there, or something else. Just below 10K. Perfecto. So now what we'll do is we'll check out the shop, get a quick look what's available, daily selects, maybe we'll make a purchase if we're so lucky, and talk a little bit about the approach to Mario Kart Tour and some things with you know, the gameplay loops. Oh, would you look at that? Thai Daisies in the shop, as well as a bunch of toads there. Blazing Eagle is continuing its ranked streak. But you know what? After I picked up these autumn leaves, I've had these on my radar for a long time. 15 courses overall that it covers for the Kongs. Now some of those are covered by supers and whatnot, but when you have a high end that's this pretty, that covers the tracks that you really enjoy, and it does present a lot of new coverage in the way of, you know, like DK Mountain RT, for example, you know, like that generation of courses that I didn't have updated coverage for when last I played. Then, you know, no question about it. And it was a situation where it's like, okay, how do I map out exactly the kind of glider coverage that would go good with that, with the coverage optimizer tool? But the desktop app I don't have updated to the customization that I would like to have, and the web tool doesn't possess that either. And it was very stressful to decide, okay, what other glider to purchase. So I said, you know what, actually, today's challenge pipes, the multiplayer pipes, these token shop pipes, right? Where are they, right? Like these have just been so ice cold. I've never pulled a 45er. Like you might see the rubies and be like, I know the rubies, they don't matter, right? But it's about satisfaction and feeling rewarded through your gameplay. And it's like 2 years, like thousands of these pipe pulls, and never once hit a 45er. So we don't know what it feels like to be so lucky. And, you know, I even, you know, missed time in pulling on some of these because, you know, when it's item tickets, red point boost tickets, normal cap tickets, you know, it doesn't really encourage you to go through that. And that's kind of the difference with Mario Kart Tour, where it was when it started versus now, because they've converted a lot of the resources in the game and kind of like made it very sterile from the initial setup that it once was. You know, we go down to the daily selects. they know how to get a smile out of me on camera, and I give intern 4. I mean, he's brilliant, isn't he? He's just so brilliant. Look at this. Oh, he's one away. He's so happy. So good. They know how to tug the heartstrings for sure. But we still have to give the speech intern 4. I'm sorry about this, right? the Parawing too, that overlaps with Diddy Kong. But the Rambi more than overlapped and took very good care of our Kong coverage there. But you know, perfect juxtaposition. Actually, I'm glad Diddy Kong is here, because when I first started playing, I did all the research. Is he available in the game? There was conflicting information. You know, obviously he was offered in the pack, so it's, you know, when you read about things like that, you're like, oh, am I sure I should jump in and play this game? But you know, once I did a very objective and thorough study on it, I said, okay, no, it is available. You know, it's not like that kind of like door in the face, ugly gotcha approach that it did have, mind you, it did have that. But there was a way for free-to-play players to enjoy, or even if, you know, you were, you know, able, willing to support the game with Gold Pass, you know, to do so as such in that regard too. But, you know, the resources were very limited, and the value of these characters and these items meant something more than a means to an end. That's all it is now. It's a means to an end to get the tickets into the shop, right? And that's why they expanded the Daily Selects roster. They don't show the whole roster here. We used to go through it in some of the old tour reactions. You remember, you know, scrolling through to see what changed. You know, they dumped all the recolors in, and that's why it brings so much joy for me to see him, because there's not a great chance, given, you know, every color of Yoshi and Shy Guy and Fire Bro and Birdo that's available out there. And in order to clear that, to get access to more high-end ticket slots than the default probability for a driver, cart, and glider in the bottom that exists even if you don't have anything maxed out. And then, you know, it's just about the tickets then, and it's not about the characters. And, you know, originally logging in, getting those login bonuses, so you were guaranteed outcomes on specific days. You could plan forward to obtain these characters that had greater value, that you had great sentimentality for, and the whole thing just worked. And now it's like everything is just randomized with RNG. And if you're someone who's out there who's done thousands of those today's challenge pipes, and you've had the 45 rubies, and then, you know, you might not be able to relate, but someone out there, I'm sure someone out there is similar to me. You never pulled that before, and it's like, yep, you know, you feel left out more and more over time, and it makes that whole process not even worth engaging with. Okay, that's what it feels like. It alienates the player, okay, from the daily play feedback loop. Where's the positive feedback loop in that situation, right? So if you don't know what it feels like to be so lucky, and my response to anyone out there is to adopt something that I'm just going to call the RNG approach, right? Like, if the game is good to you, right? If they give you the Diddy Kong in the shop, or if they give you a really nice pull on one of these token shop pipes, then it's worth more of your time and effort, right? Because it triggers those good feelings, and then, you know, you're going to be more rewarded in experiences. So, but if you're not, then just pull back, right? You know, you don't have to play every day. You don't have to max out the pipes, because it's probably just going to be 5 more item tickets, right? We've had that so many days, right? Anywho, always a balanced approach, right? You make your own happiness, and that is a message that carries beyond Mario Kart Tour, but definitely gaming is just a microcosm of our lives. And we'll do today's challenge here to finish it off and fire the freebie, which has been a normal every time I've done it with you. So another appropriate reference there, right? We'll see how it continues today. Oh, it's on 50cc still. Baby Park never felt so peaceful, right? Normally this is so chaotic. So this is, I guess, this is how the parents feel after they finally get their little one to sleep. Hopefully those of you out there that are in that situation know this feeling more than the 150cc variant of this track, right? I tried to sneak around the banana, but that did not work out. Alright, we're just going to go for the green tokens. We're going to skip all the other kinds of coins. I guess we'll go wide. Oh, we just dodged that. What are we on, lap 4 or 5? Feels like we're on lap 40 of 5. Alright, let's get a forward snipe even though we don't need help. It looks like somebody finally took care of that banana. Ooh, I don't know if we got that item roll for the coins beforehand. Very good. Oh, the Daisy Mii suit. That's right. That is the one Mii suit that diverts from the special skill of its original counterpart, which Daisy has heart, Mii suit has triple bananas. But do keep in mind that Daisy's swimwear has triple bananas. So it's not like the exception is completely unwarranted there. All right, here we go. Green pipe. And that's what Nap would call a green green. We're not going to complain about coins, but that it feels like a balloon dupe at this point, right? Oh, you folks know the feeling. We still don't even have the Diddy balloon yet. I mean, it's just like that. That's how outrageous it is anyway. Here we go. Final pipe. What are we gonna, oh wait, we got 2. I guess we did an extra race. Look at that. Well, that means we gotta get rid of the normal streak at this point, right? We gotta be done with the normals at this point. Perfect, yeah. It's just like, you know, we had a feeling. All right, Lemmy, we start a new streak. Fantastic. All right. Let's just go to the friend list and provide some shout outs. All right. Just a few here. We'll see what some of the top members are up to in the community. Look at that. J-Man Mario Champ back up to tier 92. Well, I told you I had no doubt in his abilities. He was going to make a full comeback right there, right? We have Patty doing all the next gen analysis and breakdown for us, so we're so thankful for all of that. And it's going to be fantastic to see where he goes now. See, he's really starting to process the strategy and what it takes with the ranked algorithm. He overbaked and barely held tier for that first place. He's like, you know what? It's actually like GTO game theory optimal. If I start coming in like second and third place, don't fight the throttle, and then that keeps the scoring history. His loadouts can stay with that balanced, optimal approach with very few resources spent on his way to tier 80. So really good stuff there. We have Bacteria here. Another first place finish for him I saw on the Discord. And his wife gets some magnificent runs, right? Whenever he's in trouble, he's like, we're going to send in the A-team there. She really knows how to play pretty darn well. And then we have a Nap. Look at that. He made it up to tier 99. 23 consecutive tier ups. Looks like he fell back down to 98. So, but that was after 5+ months of saving his resources to buck the trend. And that's how it's a complete picture, right? It's not just your inventory, your scoring history, but also your resources and what you have access to. And he did part of this run as a free-to-play. He nixed the gold pass. He was gold pass since day one. But, you know, the value and what that was presenting him, you know, no longer, right? And he still kept the march going because of the stash that he had saved up there. All right, look at this. Intenion, tier 97, free to play. Let's go. There is a Japanese player, free to play, who is tier 99. But in our community here, Intenion is so close. Did I not tell you folks? I said, look, we don't just talk the talk here. We walk the walk. We have people who back it up. He had his beloveds, his lovelies in ranked last tour, right? Toadette Sailor, Daisy Sailor. 2 consecutive tier ups, new peak tier for our Intenion. Look at that. That's like, you know, you can have success and do it your way. Oh, that is the mantra here, right? So it's like, yes, you know, we do have a great appreciation for the meta, for the players that have unlimited resources in determining what is the most optimal way to score. We support that ideology 100%. You know, we provide further context and nuance to all of those takes, but It's not just about that, folks. It's also about how other types of players who do not have unlimited resources, maybe you're a new player, maybe you've been free to play, maybe going for the maximum potential is actually suboptimal for such players. And you can see kind of optimal coverage he gets with, Penguin Toadette. It's just phenomenal, right? And he's made the Leaf Box a hallmark of his as well, with the Kitsune Luigi and all those superstars there. So love to see it, love to see it. Let's see, who else are we giving shout outs to? I think we owe one to Justin. Where are you? Tier 90, Justin. Oh, let's give a hearty clap to that one, because came up short. I hate to keep bringing it up on the tier top 100, right? 102. And he said, you know what? Going to go back to enjoying this game on my terms, right? That top 100 run is going to happen. And he's going to make that top 100 run happen when it's complete guarantee, when it's absolutely free to him, for him to do so. He wrote the book on this, so he doesn't have anything to prove, right? His strategy was replicated by not just free-to-play players, but also by Gold Pass players, and to great success. And scaling that, some people even made top 10 runs in the ACR with just, Gold Pass and some packs here and there, using the same methods as Justin did that we talked about in a video over 2 years ago now. Wow. Time flies, right, folks? Anyway, that's a great note to end off on, I do believe. So with all of that, I hope that we had a lot of context here from both an analytical competitive side as well as just casual enjoyment, how to control the game, even when it sends you bad luck in the pipes, right? It's just like, you know what? You don't gotta log in then, because it's just gonna be more of the same. Make them validate your time in the game, just the way that we validate Donkey Kong Gladiator's value, right? And your favorites too. Hopefully you find some ways to incorporate some of these things to increase the enjoyment in your gameplay experience. And with that said, I've done my job, so I'll see you all on the next one. Take care, everybody.